Alright guys and girls, Bear here, and we are in for a new Creeper 3 puzzle video. We are going to play on the Boooooring CSM Galactic 11.74 map, which I don't know at all. And yeah, let's dive in and see how this puzzle unfolds. I tried to change the settings of the display because I realized on my very first video that for some reason the capture of the game was really weak and my cursor was not actually aligned with the recording. This time it is. However, I had to go for a complete change in settings. So let's see how that goes. This is a new puzzle map which I don't know anything about. It's complete discovery. We can see that we have two super emitters here that are probably boosting the others quite significantly. I hope that the interface will not be too small due to the change of settings. I'm afraid it might be actually. So this one is 200 on creeper and this one is 220, raising quite a lot. What do we have that we can see immediately? We have a lot of those fixed towers using tower ships, so very likely this is a map that will make use of tower ship. We could start looking a little bit around if we can see any. So I can see here there is a tower ship, or is it it's a relay on Paisy. So this seems to be acting as a relay. This is acting as a 2 reactor on power zone. It calls on power zone, but this is not a power zone. It's you have to put those on the tower base in order to activate them. So it's PZ is not the right way to formulate it. Another reactor here, another relay here. So we're gonna have a lot of those reactors and relays. Okay, usable. Where is our starting position? I believe the starting position to be here. But we can immediately see that there is an emitter here. There is a creeper emitter here, which means that we cannot place our command center, which is very, very small. I'm gonna have to figure out this problem of settings. If I go on the menu, can I? So I put it on 3840. Can I try another? Like 2560. That's a little bigger, but my mouse is no longer aligned on the recording. What if I was to do 2050, 2560, I mean, by 1600. My mouse is still not aligned. It should be on the apply button right now. So it doesn't align properly unless I manage to put it on a much higher setting. Let's try the third one again, just trying to make it easier. My mouse is still completely misaligned. Okay, this is very strange. I have no idea of what's actually happening here and why it does that. So I will have to stay on the largest possible setting, which is the only one that allowed me at this moment to have my mouse on the right place. It could be due to my large screen, maybe because the screen is asking for this dimension that seems to be 4K dimension, if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't even realize my screen was 4K. It must be 4K, probably something like that, I don't know. That's a little bit, yeah, I don't know if the settings will be good for videos. We will have to see that. Anyway, we have here a stopper. So this stopper is a real special. We haven't seen that in the previous video. This stopper goes on this very special device that creates bombs. Now those bombs, as they are being called, they require a lot of supply to be created. Depends once again on the map maker. And then this bomb is going to be a stopping bomb. Basically, it will go on an emitter and stop that emitter from emitting its payload. For example, if I was to use that one on this 500 creeper emitter, for as long as this sort of covering bomb is placed on top of it, this emitter is basically deactivated. Now there is another type of bomb that is very useful and often used on those maps. Let's see if we can find it on the map. I can see the stopper. Can I see? Yes, right here next to it. Actually, I didn't see it. So this one is a percentage or X time multiplier. Basically, it's going to it's the same. This one is a temporary bomb, while this one is permanent for as long as you do not deactivate they call them bomb. I don't know why. Maybe because they are thrown by this launcher or whatever. But so this one is temporary, and it will boost one of our emitter by a certain amount. Can be 10-fold, can be 15-fold. So it gives a temporary big boost to one of the emitter. Can be useful to push a large amount of creeper out of a zone that's difficult to access. This one, however, will do the contrary. It stops the emitter. So if an emitter gets taken over while the bomb is on it, the bonus will also affect the creeper. So this is a double-edged sword that needs to be used with care. While this one is basically just stopping an emitter, and then you can double-click on the bomb and just cancel the bomb, and then the emitter starts again. Very good way of stopping a very strong emitter, taking it over while it does not generate any creep, and then you deactivate the bomb once the emitter has been switched toward an anti-creep emitter. We do find our upgrade platform here, which we didn't use the last time, so you know now that upgrading is not an absolute necessity. We have some upgrade boosters that we can find here on the map as well. Other than that, what do we have special? We have some, they look like spore emitters, so those guys are going to emit spores. I believe that they will not emit spores for the creeper, that they are deactivated until we take them, and then they will start emitting spores. I might be mistaken, maybe they will emit spores as creeper. That would be really bad for us. Let's check if we have in the weapons the... No, in the weapons we do not have the anti-spore, the beamer, I think that's the name, the beam something. So we don't have it, so likely the creeper does not emit spores. It is deactivated until we save it. Now, to start the map, how are we gonna do things? Since we have an emitter here, that means that placing our command center is impossible at the beginning. Where is our anti-creep? I actually do not see it. What I could do is start the map quickly, just activate it, and look at the setup, just to understand a little bit what we are facing here. So, I can see that the green is not being really active. Ah! Something just happened here. Something just happened that changed this emitter. Was it this? Okay, so the setup of this map is that this fires spores every X seconds, probably 10 seconds, and it does it to the closest emitter, I suppose. By doing so, it just switched this emitter from creeper to anti-creeper. So now that it's actually switched, we can place without worry our command center. Alright. Now, immediately we are going to generate a first terp. And we're gonna pause. We need to understand the configuration of this map. We have two portal stoppers, gates, whatever you want to call it. And we have here 20,700 creep upon destruction. This is a lot. A very big amount, which means we really need to very quickly put some wall before this one. So let's put it here. At this point in time, we are not yet... Yes, okay, we are good. So I can move it here because it doesn't reach, but I think we will be good to close this area. Now, we are pushing on this side, on this front. We turned another one, so this spore is doing some work for us. Now it's pushing into the next one. Okay, cool. So this spore is pretty strong. That's an anti-creep spore, and it does a lot of work for us. How much is this one? If this one hits the blue one, considering the fact that its creep is being absorbed by this absorber, that will explode and put us in a very bad situation. I need to up this wall immediately. I need to up it to the maximum amount I can, which is 9, so that we don't get destroyed by that. Now we have a reactor coming live soon. It needs still to be decontaminated. That will give us a double reactor. That will give us a double reactor, so I don't need to build a reactor just yet. And that's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna start on the forge immediately, so we don't waste time. The forge will give us the necessary technologies and boosts in energy and stuff that we need. Now, okay, let's try to look a little bit at our gate circuits. So we have the white. I'm sorry, things are very, very small, so I'm gonna have to try and to look at it for you. We have the white, the brown, and the black gate. So black gates are very often not real gates, but instead they would be either absorbing points, or those would be the gates that are related to the special stargates that we can have sometimes. Do we actually see a stargate on the map? There are lots of things on the map. It can get very confusing very quickly. Seeing a stargate is not always very easy to do. So just like that, I cannot see one immediately. The thing I'm seeing, however, is this power -3 red upgrader. As soon as we will turn this guy, and that we have destroyed those 3, this guy could turn on could come online and destroy our global anti-creep generators by reducing them from 30. So that can be a big step back. To avoid that situation, what we could do is to try to wall off on this front and ensure that this guy keeps on emitting creeper, so that this stays deactivated. Knowing that this guy has 3 lives, but those, when they explode, could generate enough creep to bring it back online. And that's very, very annoying. So very often what you want to do is that within the 3 lives of this giant emitter, eventually we will use I think the singularity cannon to try to push our anti-creep and destroy those 2 in the process. Otherwise, when they will actually turn, they will explode, send the creep, and regenerate this goddamn emitter, and we really don't want that. Now, getting rid of those is going to be challenging. They're already at 220, 240, and 280 creep. So we are talking of a high level emitter here. What else do we see? I can still turn it on, I think. I mean, sometimes there are circuits touching each other that are creating a lot of creep because they are joined and due to only one circuit. Sometimes by closing a circuit early enough, you manage to reduce considerably the amount of creep on the map. So we can see that the red here, for example, is joining a bunch of 500 creep generators. That means this gateway here sends a lot of creep on the map. This one is 200, for example. This one is 50. Whereas we have reds here. This one is 500. So this guy is into a closed loop bordered by absorbers and by a one-way gate. Those absorbers are going to eat up the creep as it produces it, and we can see a lot of 500s all around here. So this is a high tier zone. This is a high tier zone. Those two are complementary. However, the other ones are not necessarily that big. We have a 400 here as well. We have a 400 here, 400. So we have another big zone. We have a 1200 here. Okay. So the red circuit is definitely, probably, the last circuit that we can clean on the map. We can see that we already have the 300 threshold here. So they're already almost reaching 300 creep average on the circuit. We can see that the blue and the pink are also in the high tier. So if we look at pink, I see a bunch of 40s. 40, 40, 40, 40. There are lots of pinks, however. So this one is also small. Those are 50s. So where does the creep come from that brings the pink so high? All of those are 50s. So the pink circuit seems to me to be a rather low tier circuit. So we have something happening that is bringing a lot of creep into those pink. 40, 40, 40, 40. And the brown is not bringing a lot of creeps. We have those two up there. And what are those doing? 600. There we go. 600 and 600. So suddenly we have a pink zone, which we could close up with one of those gates. That would be a closed zone. Only pink. And this one is at 600. And what about this zone here? Yeah, this zone is also closed off. And I believe strongly that all the other pinks are much lower. They're all into the 40 and 50. So if we were to send our gates to close those two guys, we could significantly reduce the pink zone. Now, we saw that the red is lost for us to block. The blue is directly within the influence zone of this giant emitter. We can see that we have other blues into the zones of the giant emitter. The blue is also an anti-air. It's probably the red is the secondary end, but the blue is definitely the big end one. So we have one here, we have one here with a big one, we have one here with two big ones, we have one here with another big one. So blue cannot be stopped. If we look at blue, the way it's set up, there are lots of them. Okay, interesting. Now, what do we see? We see that this blue, those two blue, are touching those two pink. Now that explains why pink are so high already. Even if we were to close those two pink and reduce the pink circuits to 40-50 average, we will still have a big problem here, as those two blues are bringing in a lot of creep. How about the green? The green seems to be neutral, unaffected by creeper. How is it possible? Is it possible? Most of them are closed off. These are closed off. This one is closed, this one as well, this one as well, this one as well. I feel like there is one somewhere that might be in contact with an emitter. Only one, this one. And the emitter is 50 creeper. I'm trying to zoom as much as I can, but it's really hard. So it might be really small on the video, I don't know. This one is 50 creeper, so we got 150 creeper emitter sending into all of the greens. So I am not very concerned about this one emitter. It's gonna have to do a lot of work to be able to fill up the green. So green is not too bad. I can see that yellow is also untouched. I have a feeling that yellow does not even have one emitter. It has this here. It does have one right here. And this is a 10 creeper emitter. So yellow is our first conquest. As soon as this absorber breaks, due to I can resume. I think I'm going to send preemptively. I am going to send my gates blocker on those two pink, just to reduce the pressure. Ultimately, it might not be enough at the end because of those blue here, but I can see how this circuit has been reduced to only one square, meaning that this creeper will have much more difficulty attaining these two gates. Same for this one. And therefore that should work. We should be, yes, we already see the amount of creeper reducing progressively in the pink zone. Now blue and reds are definitely bad for us. We can see that white has a little bit. So let's go back to the 50 level. We start by invading the yellow. We need to find some upgrades. Is the yellow circuit going to provide for us? I am afraid it will not. We are going to get another emitter here. This will open to us. Fortunately, those are one ways, so this zone remains fairly small. Once this one opens, the creep will, the anti-creep will go there and potentially start working on this zone. Now the problem we have is that our spore is sending into this area, and this area has too much creep at the moment for the spore to be able to really turn this guy. We're gonna take our generator, and we can see that already those two are not strong enough to turn this emitter. I could ward off a little bit. This will give me a power tower on death. I think the best strategy right now is to send my turp here, and before turning those two, warding off here, just as it turns. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's not cool. Okay. Usually when those absorbers turn, they turn on our favor, not on the creeper favor. But this one turned into the creeper favor. That's not cool. It absorbed a lot of creep, but to be able to turn it, it had to be also absorbed. It had to be turned by more anti-creep than creep. So I'm going to ward off here. I'm going to ward off here and hope that my two emitters will generate enough to turn this guy. Now here we have almost reached the 1000. I'm not too concerned about the yellow, because the yellow only has this very small emitter here. That should be fine. We are only at 15 though, and I could open yellow here as well. As soon as this one turns, I will open yellow here. I just hope that's not gonna do the same and just send us a huge amount of creep. That would be disgusting. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to accelerate a bit. There we go. What happens when this one breaks? Okay, this one broke in our favor. Hopla. I'm going to put a level 1. I am going to need a relay. There we go. Now the yellow are pushing on this guy. That's gonna be a little harder, but maybe having this power tower will help. We need 4 levels, and we are not getting them. So I'm going to put a level 2 wall here. Okay, come back here. We open on this side. Yeah, we are barely sustaining the 3.5. I'm just going to wall off so we can get the bonus, and once my emitters benefit from that bonus and get stronger, they will push. There we go, done. Immediately we pass the 4 level mark. So now our emitters are doubled. They are producing 30 each, and we got 3 emitters pushing into the yellow zone. I'm gonna wait for this one to have anti-creep to a higher level, like maybe 10 or 15. Right now it's going up. We are at 6.7 and rising. Again, it's very small on your screen. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. That's very, very inconvenient. I would have loved to be able to show things properly. So we had 7, etc. But we are pushing down the yellow, so that one should turn soon. I'm going to accelerate again a little bit. Okay, at the moment it doesn't pass. We reached 10 level. I'm going to bring the wall down. Hopefully it will remain at over 4. And the addition of anti-creep. Yeah, this is going down. We are at 550 now. All I need is for this guy to be turned. If we manage, yeah, we are still at 5. Okay, come on, push it. It's almost done. Why do you let them capture me? Oh, I did not realize that we are pushing on this side too. I didn't see that. Okay, so we actually do have creeper generators here. This guy is almost done. I'm gonna help it a little bit because we are trying to push 2 of them at the same time. That makes the work of the anti-creep a little harder. So I'm just going to slow down this guy, wait for this one to turn, and reopen immediately. Yeah, we are not far. We get a second level. So to turn, there we go. To turn a creep generator, a creep producer, how do you call those? It's not return. Yeah, it's a creeper generator, right? It's there is a term, I forgot the term. Funny enough, you need 2 levels, or at least an entire level, not half a level. You need an entire level of anti-creep passing over it. So you see the struggle of anti-creep versus creep going constantly within the area of the emitter. That's the name, sorry about that. Within the area of the emitter, the anti-creep has to overtake the emitter by at least 1. What do we have here? 50? That's too much. We don't have 50. I need to block this one, or we will be in trouble, because then those guys are going 100. Yeah, we have 100 creeper here. I cannot open this guy yet. So we are going to have to be very careful. This map is full of tricks. So we got our first fuel research. I'm gonna boost the fire range and fire rate, and also a little bit of the energy efficiency. 17, no, we are good. I will boost up the speed. I can boost up the energy efficiency as well, a little bit. I'm gonna see if it is possible for me to put a relay. I think it's not. It's only 2, right? Relay, yeah, it's only 2 squares, so I cannot put my relay here. I could move the turp here and put a relay there. That will work, potentially. What I'm gonna do, however, is reopen this wall and help in. Okay, I don't really need to wall off here anymore. I see how the system goes. So we are going to open that wall. That's right, and push on both sides. We can actually also open this one because we already reached a good level. And this one is going to leave us a power tower on death, which is very cool, and probably turn this guy immediately. Now we have the gate key number 2, but it's closing an area, so I don't want to open it yet. I can see we have 5 creeper, 10 creeper. Okay, maybe we need to open it to reach that area. But that area has an average of what? 20-ish? So let's wait for this guy to come online first. And then we have the possibility to push that absorber while being protected by this one-way gate, and then the entire brown area. Under the absorber. Alright, so we are under a 50 level brown zone. Did the brown zone reach 50 yet? No. Because there are so many and because there are absorbers, we are at an average of 10 at that point. So Why isn't this one passing? We are pushing with 30. We should have a little more power. Oh, because we are wasting our anti-creep in this area. Okay, so let's put a level 3 walls in this place. And there we go. A small relay as well. Okay. We are gonna get that. I don't know if that's a relay or if that's a reactor. We got two. Okay, no, yeah, I think we're gonna be fine in terms. It's reactors. We're gonna be fine in terms of energy. I'm gonna put it here. We already have 6 reactors going for us. Oh, we can close the first passage. Those are not gates really. They're like, it's hard to close things like those are portals, those are gates, those are walls. Like it depends exactly how you want to interpret it. But let's push here. Level 10, level 15. This one is level 30. So we are going to, with a little bit of luck, we are now at level 40. With a little bit of luck, we're gonna pass those two, but it's gonna be hard to start pushing beyond this guy because we have a level. What is this? 150? Yeah, this guy here is 150. And those are all 30s, and this one is 50. And this guy behind, 50 as well. 100, 100, 150, 100. So this zone here is definitely not yet attainable. So we pass this guy, we're gonna push, get the reactor, maybe pass this guy, and then this is pretty much as I can do in this area. However, we do have those new ones pushing by themselves, so I don't really need to wall it off. I can keep it as it is, and just let those emitters pushing progressively as we strengthen them. I don't need to wall off this area. I'm not concerned by this area. It's the way it's being built. It's a progressive thing. When I feel like taking over this area, because we are already at, let's say, 120, 150 per emitters, I will reopen this wall and allow for our anti-creep to go here, and probably open this wall as well, because we do possess now the yellow circuit, but not just now. Another 2 reactors, I think we won't have any energy issue. So we're gonna use the forge, and we are going to push a maximum on the speed at which we are producing. We are going to need energy, excuse me, because of those guys. Now that's why we get so many. Those guys, they absorb, as you can see, very large amounts of ammunitions before releasing a spore. So we increased the total target by 1. Sorry, this is not a spore emitter. Those are not spore emitters. They are spore emitter booster. This is our spore emitter. We have 1. Do we have any other on the map? I don't think we do. This is our spore emitter. And now it's emitting with 2 spores, and it got boosted by 120. Increases the delay by 5. So our spores are now sent every 15 seconds instead of every 10, but they are also a lot stronger. They got a lot more anti-creep in them, and that's why you can see this huge amount of anti-creep being sent into the booster. Now we pushed here, we finally managed to pass this absorber. The absorber will be replaced by a power tower, and it's normal that we see we have a little bit of a struggle to go into the bronze zone, and that's because the bronze circuit is affected by those 50. Our current emitter is at 40, so we are still not very strong yet. What we could do, however, Oh, that's also 50. So we are not yet ready. The spore are doing a little bit of work there, but it doesn't seem to be enough. So what else could we do? Here is 90. We have to be careful because if you look at the distance, soon it will start shooting on this one. What could we do? Here we produce 50, but we will open a tower. We will open the tower. So I believe the right move now is to start working on this absorber. We have 2 emitters right here, 3 with this one. So just hopefully this one is going to produce more anti-creep than creep, like the last time. And straight up gets this guy. And we will push all of our emitters to 50. Come on. Yes. Perfect. So now we have passed the 50 threshold. Can we do anything else? We are pushing a little stronger now on this guy. We should look a little bit at our circuit, where we are. Here it's opened. So we have one here to start working on this zone when we can. We have one here. Potentially I could open on this area. But those are 300 creeper. So we forget about it. This guy here has 50s. This is one of the magenta zone. Now, how much is magenta right now? It's about 50 average. Definitely in our list of priorities, we have green and we have brown. Can we do something with green? So I saw that green here. To obtain that green, we need to pass a 50 emitter. Now, green is in many places. It's just like yellow. It will probably open a lot of things. But to turn it, we need to join a yellow to a green. We have one there. It's not joined. Not here. So we have a relay here. Okay, interesting. Now, what does this relay do for us? Could it be the zone? No, that's 200. That's too much. It's not possible. We cannot join yellow to green here. We can join yellow to green here, but this is a 200 creep. It's just too much. Even with the forge, that would be ballsy. If I open this, then we get the full strength of 200 creeper in our face. One of the ways to stop this would be to have this stopper, but to access this zone we need to be at 500. It's way too much. What else do we have? This area, 300. Forget about it. There must be one area somewhere. 200 here as well. Even if those are 50s. 50, 250. Not happening. However, we did get our bonus. So now we are at 60. We are pushing up. So now we are pushing on to this one. And we can open here. Okay. So we have a relay. What does that relay do to us? Not much, does it? I'm gonna put it here as an intermediary. We can... Shit. We can keep our third priorities. I'm just gonna open here. That's gonna slow me down a little bit, but pushing with a little bit more anti-creep into the brown could maybe do some work. I mean, it would be good if maybe I kept at least... If I kept at least this guy. So I'm gonna try to push this guy first, if I can. And while I'm doing that, I should be looking around. So the F1 is in this zone. So it's we cannot open this area just yet. I think pushing into the brown is probably the good stuff to do. If we look at brown, we have one here, that's a 10 creeper. This one getting absorbed, We have those guys here at 40. This one is really hard to get. It's producing a lot of creeper. And we have this guy 50, 50, and 50. So this guy will release a large amount of creep. I will have to be careful eventually to put a wall here to avoid that. Because it's not just yet interesting to have them, right? I think I'm going to immediately put some sort of wall like that. It's under the creep, you cannot see it, but it is there. What could I do? What could I do? I really need to push this guy. I could go for the forge, use a little bit because that's too much, 240, so fire range. Now it's 140, I'm going to use the forge for 25%. And I'm going to fire here. Just to pass it. Hopefully it doesn't get taken over. It didn't. Good stuff, good stuff. Just to accelerate the cadence, because it was about to pass anyway, right? So now we have this guy pushing here. I can open this guy. Let's open this wall and push into brown a little stronger. I'm gonna research my fire rate and maybe my energy storage. I'm gonna put a lot of energy storage just in case things, you know, happen to a point where it basically needs a lot more energy temporarily, like need to build something, I don't know what, but that could happen. Are we dependent on the upgrade? That's the question. No, doesn't seem that way. We're already pushing on the brown pretty hard here. This is a 2 power tower. Okay, so a thing I could do, that would be a little bit of a reverse gain, because we managed to reduce pink down to 75 despite the blue here. If I close these gates, I will be getting the power tower much faster. But what would happen once I reopen it? That's the question. If I could get that power tower, this one would be pushing stronger as well. I think that's the right move. So we are going to get a big step back when it comes to pink. But I think that's something to do. And you can see pink just jumped straight up in an average 130 or something. But maybe the damage will not be too great, so let's see how that goes. Oh, but the 30,000, that's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while. Do I have anything else I can do in the meantime? I could try to pass this 200 with the singularity weapon, but I'm very concerned that if I open this wall, we're gonna get submerged by the creep. Here's 100, it's still too big for us. Now, of course, this is pushing back now that I have closed this area. But we are maintaining, so... How much is this one? 30? We could potentially pass this one, but this is too big. And behind it, we have another 200. And those are 50s, and this is another 200. I have a feeling there are lots of 200s right in front of walls, right in front of a gate. So maybe we need to go and do a little push. Because here all I need is to manage to pass this guy, but if I pass this guy, this one is 150, it's gonna take it over. Even if I open that wall and allow for yellow and green to communicate here, this one here is problematic. I will need to somehow wall off here. That's not an easy usage of the force of the singularity weapon. And the average level here is about 60, so even with the weapon, I cannot guarantee that I'm gonna manage to do it. So This is taking a while. I'm going to go time 4. This is attacking this area. What did that tell us? I think what it tells us is that we can open the number 2. We could open this guy here. I think what it tells us is that we need to push the brown. That's the next step we need to do. It would be great if we could find another secret bonus somewhere. Like, I could open this one here. That's a 40. I got a 60 right next to it. Potentially that one will turn. Maybe that will be yet another push. I'm gonna try to do that. The average here is 27. The average on our side is 62. That seems like a good idea. I'm gonna open this wall. I'm not gonna have enough. Maybe that's why we got a relay. Is it why we got a relay? Because those relays are much stronger. No, that didn't work. That one is connected. But can I do something with that? Yes, looks like I can. Can put a relay here, directly here, yeah. Directly here, directly there, and there. Yes, we can relay. Okay, let's do it. Fire range and speed. I'm still pushing on this guy. We almost got it. And I'm gonna come back to normal speed. There we go. And now we have yet another one pushing up. And we are pushing down on the white as well. White, which is not to a very bad level. If we look at the 50 level, white is around 20. So white is definitely a possibility for us. We have a 40 creeper here. Those are closed. We have a 200 creeper there. So we have an F2, F1 that needs to be activated for white to be released. Alternatively, we could stop that gate. We have an anti-creeper variator. Ooh. Now that's interesting. I'm gonna put it right here. And I'm going to reopen. How much anti-creep do you have? Oh, yeah, we have a lot. I'm going to reopen this gate. And hopefully we do not lose. Oh, that's going down fast though. That is going down fast. If it goes below 4, we will lose our benefits. 750 stabilizing, yes. Okay, so that was the right call. Now we have this guy here. We absolutely need a terp to react to that very, very quickly. Build faster, please. Yeah, we immediately need the terp to stop this blue, or we're gonna lose, like, that's gonna go into the brown, that's gonna destroy this bonus, this bonus, this bonus. That's gonna be pretty bad. No, this nothing, but that's gonna be bad if that happens. So we are taking over the brown. The brown is now in our side. And this is opening the green. Okay, we got it. We got it. It's another 30,000. That's gonna take a real while. But this one also, once it passes its blockage, will push into pink and into green potentially. We could open green here. Now those pink, yeah, they are getting 200 in the face. So pink got up. Okay, pink is now at 200 something. Brown is going to have to push a little bit to make some pressure. This one is going to be flipped very soon. This is a 2 power tower on death, very good. So we will pass from about, oh yeah, we have the creeper variator here, making our production much stronger. We are 260 right now, pushing really hard on brown, and we walled off in time. Perfect. We walled off in time. We can also open here. Now maybe that one was supposed to be broken so that we could put the terp on it and access directly this one. But to be honest, this step back is not necessarily something I really wish right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it here. Yeah. And I'm gonna put a relay here. That should be enough. Is it? No, it's not. I'm gonna put another relay here. Okay. And we unlocked a moving tower. Cool stuff. Gonna place it here next to our building. Actually, like this. Okay. Ooh, what do we have here? 150, blah, blah, blah. I think we need to out of that quickly. Yeah, that's 3,500. That's easy to get. We are at 90 anti-creep right now. 90. So 90, that means we could push on this one. That would push on this one. That would push on those, but it's blue. So this zone here... Oh, because of the absorber, this zone is not so monstrous. We cannot push this one, however. We have 300s here. Forget about it. Completely forget about it. Okay, this is a difficult map. This is a little bit more grinding. Understanding what we have to do. We are pushing into white. Brown is on our side. Definitely done. We have another relay here. We have another tower there. Nice. So, what are we gonna do with this relay? Why do we need it? I could put it here at the moment. Should, yeah. It does create a little bit of a angle. Ah, we have the F2, F1. So F2, F1 affects every gate written F1 and F2, but they are usually opposed. So the F1s are deactivated right now while the F2 are active. The reason why I wanted to do those was to isolate the white from this. Now, what will happen if I do it? It will open the red, so definitely this... No, but that's not joined, so it's either that or it's that. Okay, no problem. However, if we rechange F2 and F1, this red zone here will have filled with a lot of creep this area, and as soon as we switch it, this area will send the creep into white, which is not very cool. This one is gonna be switched soon. That would open this guy and close this guy, so is that good for us? Opening this guy opens 150 and 200, which are going into the absorber, so it's not that much. It's 75 average. But it opens also a 150, 200, 150, and 200. So that opens up a pretty much 150, 175 zone, which we are not ready yet to tackle. We are at 130. We gained a... No, this is not what I wanted to do. I want it to be down to level 1. We gained a level 2 power zone up there. And we gained... Oh, we are pushing pretty hard up there. That's good. Maybe I could do a goopy. And I'm gonna send my goopy up there. That way I can make a terp. No, not here. Here. And ask the terp to lower that. There we go. So I'm just using the forge to boost up my terps, giving them faster fire rate as well as larger fire range. I could boost the move speed. I didn't do it yet. That's just for moving things around. I can do it, no problem. Now those 3 upgrades, if you know the game, are the most expensive ones. However, in those puzzles, they are also the most beneficial ones. Okay, this one exploded, and as you can see, it made a mess. But we have now 140, and we are pushing. Where did that change on the white? We pushed on this zone pretty hard, and we are almost reaching the magenta. Now we opened it, perfect. We can push magenta a little stronger. Is there any way for us to protect ourselves? So, first of all, I think it's important to put a level 10 high here, as well as a level 10 high there. And what I just did for this, I should do for that too. Level 10 here as well as a level 10 here. Why so? Because those red are debuffs, and they are debuffing us for 120 total. It's very bad. If we activate those reds, it's very bad. So what I'm gonna do instead is trying to ward it off while we pass this mega emitter, and then yeah, to keep this area occupied by creep until the end of the game, and at the end of the game only I will release them. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Alternatively, you could argue that I could ward off just here, pass this one, manage to create the wall when this one explodes, so the explosion would cover the creep, but if that doesn't work, then it's a big pain, so I don't really want to do that. Now the key to opening the 5 is over there in one of these zones, so it's definitely not what we need to do. What's the next step of this labyrinth? First of all, we have a power zone. Let's use it. I'm gonna put a terp on it, and it's already connected to the relay I placed before. I'm going to speed up and augment my storage a little bit. We are going to have another tower, and okay, now we are facing, slowly but surely we went down, and now we are facing the 200. So to do so, what we're gonna do is open this one, and hopefully the surge of anti-creep coming from this portal will push the 200. Yes, it did. And we have another 200 here. Behind it, we will have yet another 200. We pushed it, no problem. Now, let's open this one, because why not? That's 200 as well. We are at 140 at this point. We do not have... Yes, it's pushing slowly. There is a lot of anti-creep. Yes, it's pushing. We get it. This one is opening at the right time. And now we are opening the green as well. We are not far enough. Let's bring this terp so we can finish the work. There we go. So as you can see, this relay is special. It's like a mega relay. I could even move it here probably. It will still be able to reach. We don't need it just yet, but that's fine. So yeah, opening the green is also giving us these emitters. So now we are pushing up. What we are gonna do is opening the yellow and the green. And that's right, we are passing those big emitter from before. Okay, so now I suppose the next step for us is to flip those guys. So we are going to open the number 2. Number 2 is not yet joined, so we are going to open number 2. There we go. As well as those walls. And we should be able to open that wall as well. With enough strength, I'm feeling a bit more confident now in opening this guy. This area is being taken over, so things are... How is our energy? Okay, our energy is not bad. So that means I can boost up this guy, and I'm gonna try to boost up this guy too. That should give our spores a lot of strength. This one is an additional 70 plus 1 spore, so we're gonna pass to 3 spore and plus 70, and this one is 70 plus 1 as well. So we're gonna pass to 4 spore with increased damage and delay by 10, so the spore is gonna get a lot slower. We get some reactors, so I'm gonna take them. Right on time, I suppose, because we're already consuming for 30. Now what else is happening? we are opening definitely the white. Now what's happening here? White is placed very weirdly in this area. Okay, but there is a 1200 passing. So this one, something is funky here. I think that the placement of this tower screwed up the pathing a little bit. And our anti-creep is coming out. Well, that's gonna clean up this. Good stuff, I take it. I could bring my terp here and my goopy as well, and just make sure that we stay open to push the pressure. This one is 600, however, I don't want to open that. I don't want to open this zone, definitely. But we are putting some pressure on blue, which should allow for pink. Yeah, pink is already flipped, it's on our side, no problem. So we've done good so far. We've done good when it comes to analyzing the order of things, in which order we had to make it happen. A relay on page Z. So a relay, we could push that relay pretty far, I think. That might be too much, but at least here. Now we have opened this zone with the pink, magenta, and white as well. So I think putting a relay here is not a bad idea. We might want to have a terp. Maybe even two. I'm thinking two. Can I? Oh wow, okay. I can join this one. And I can put another terp up there. To see what needs to be opened. What do we have here? A 2 reactor. I take it. Let's go. Anything else? I think I'm gonna have to start working on this area in order for me to be able to catch this annihilator. We do love the annihilator. Oopsie daisy, what's happening down there? 150, 300, 400. Oh my god. Am I doing something very wrong here? We are at 210 at this point. And the explosion of this absorber gave us some momentum. So we might be able to resist. But I think we're gonna have, okay, 300, that's a lot. What do we have here? Can we pass this? 300 as well. Let's see if we can pass this 300. Oh, 500, this is definitely not good. Okay. Wait a second, I need to block that. And I need to block that. Yeah, we cannot allow ourselves to open this area. Not yet. That's a double reactor again. Thank you. This is red. Why? Why is this red? What happens if I take it off? No, it does work. It does work. Yeah. Okay, something is wrong here. This is definitely a mistake. I think this this tower ship is blocking the access, unless this is black. Unless this is black, but I have a feeling that this is more of a mistake than anything else. Funny enough, we are pushing on blue pretty hard. Now blue and red are still on very high levels due to their proximity to the very high creep parameters. But we are doing some work, so let's open this. What else can we do? Those are 500s. There is no doing anything there. I said I was ready to open that guy, so let's do it. I think I'm also ready to open that guy. It might be a mistake, but who knows. Let's build a terp. Place it here. No, not good. Okay, here. cancel this one. Yeah, okay, we are doing it, no problem. I'll be able to place my turb here and cover for... Actually, I could place this one. Didn't need to build a new one. And cover for this area. We don't need that guy either anymore. Now we are pushing down there. Let's go for it. We had 75 out of 80. I'm afraid that we won't have the energy unless we get some new... Wait a minute. I thought I had more... Okay, I thought I had more batteries reactor than that. Anti-creep, let's do something with that. So let's put it here. No, that's not the best. Here. And boost up a little bit our effort on this front. Now, number 3 is closed, probably for a good reason. I could open this one and start pushing up there. But if I do that, I also open this and give my white a big boost in creep, which will not be very good. Oh, this one is opening too. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good. Those are opening the... Shit. What's gonna happen? Are they able to push blue? Are they actually able to push blue despite getting 1,200? This is surprising. 270 we are at. Once this one is open, however, that's gonna do something wrong. I think we need to open the 3. The 5 is not reachable yet, but the 3 will make it reachable. How do we get there? How do we get there? We have to clean up this zone. Okay. I'm starting to see the pattern. We have another blue here. I think we have to attack blue. That is really surprising. I'm gonna open those walls. Here we have another bonus. So we are at 290. We are starting to do some work. This is working here. I do not have yet enough energy. I'm going to boost my efficiency. 103, that's good. So now we can put a relay next to this guy. How many spores? We are firing 4 spores. Okay. This is a creeper variator. Okay, creeper variator that could work in our favor, especially in this area. Can I touch all 3 of them? No. I think the creeper variator in this area is going to be very important. 500. What else can I do? That's 400 here. Those guys are 40, 40. But we have an average of 250 in this area due to those guys. This is a little complex, a little confusing as well. I'm gonna bring my turb on the zone just to make it faster. We're going to open everything that can be open has to be open, giving more momentum to our anti-creep. This guy can be open. We have the killer of creeper. Let's do it and see how that goes. Once everything is opened, okay, fire rate is good. There we go. Show me what you can do. Show me how you can destroy a 500. Can you? Doesn't seem like it. Those are also 500s. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Okay, we have a 7 gate. I'm gonna close immediately. As soon as you can close a gate, you do it. And this one we wish to open, but we are probably opening to our doom. I mean, this one needs to be open. We need to do an F1, F2 switch. Oh, okay. Maybe we have to do the F2 switch first, then opening the 3 so that this guy only goes here and does not go into white, and this one will also close it. Okay, that's the way to do it. I figure it out. So we have to do an F1, F2 switch, and then we open the 3. As for this area here, we are pushing on blue really good. Funny enough though, it is red that's going down. Why is that so? Because of here? Okay, here we are pushing on red. This one is gonna push on red, for sure. Oh, it's taking some spores also, but that's it. That's we are pushing on blue. How many more reds are we pushing right now? Oh, are we pushing in this area? No. Here we are. And I am annihilating, that's why red is going down. I'm annihilating the creeper around red. If we were to push and destroy those 500s, I think that red would be weakened quite significantly. I'm gonna open it. It's probably dangerous, but I'm gonna open it. We're gonna try. We have to try, anyway. Yeah, things are happening here. Things are happening. Okay, let's do it. This is a little dangerous, but I think it might be the right way. Now, do we have other spore booster we need? Oh, we are completely... Okay. We are not following in terms of energy. Contrary to what I thought, we were not provided with enough reactors, so we need to boost our reactors. We're gonna build a few here, a few there, here, basically at every possible spot that you can build. You put a reactor. Can you reach here? Yeah. Can you reach here? Yes. When you cannot reach anymore, you put a relay instead. And then more reactors. I need to... There we go. We are not going to lower our consumption due to those boosters, so definitely what we need is a higher generation. Okay. I'm gonna need probably a relay. And a few more reactors. There we go. There we go. Okay, how is our energy situation? 128 we are generating, but we need 140. I'm going to boost my tech. We are at 142. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. We have more space here we can use. This one is not reached. This one is, no problem. Everywhere I can, I build it. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's not reached. This one should logically reach a few. No, it acts for the construction. It acts as a normal relay, not as a super relay. Only for linking other relays does it act differently. So I can definitely put a relay right here. How's our energy? 166. Okay, we finally stabilized. And I will take the next 100 research booster as soon as I can. I will put a relay here just to get that booster out of the way. And we can do the same here. Get that booster out. Now, do we have anything negative here? I don't see anything negative on this side of the map. So we are going to open at least what we can. Let's open this. Can we open this one? Yes, 500. Oh, true. I want to see if I can manage to switch that guy. And if I do, I might... Actually, our entire ping system now, ping circuit, is filled with a lot of creep, anti-creep. I am going to close off the red, and doing both at the same time would be a mistake. However, I could open that and double the strength of pink. Let's put a goopy right here. Okay, now let's see if that pushes, and maybe we can push also on this direction. Actually, this direction seems even stronger. I have a feeling I could maybe also open this 400 here. So let's see what we can do. Let's try to open this green at the moment. Then we can open to this one. That's 600 though. 600. Here we go. Energy 180. Okay, things are finally following up. I'm going to put a relay on this one. And as of the immediate boosters, I think that we are done. I think we have all the boosters. So we are generating up to 4 spores every minute or so. Is this increase number of spore? No. No, it will increase the delay. It boosts up the spore by 100. This one increased by 50. Total target by 1, so we should get 5. Okay, and they are changing. Okay, it's alternating due to the amount of resource needed every time to put them to the max, basically. So it's never exactly at the max. We did it. So this guy now can be placed here. I want to place it here. I'm going to take one of my moving towers, place the generator here instead, and we are going to attack these guys. Those are gonna flip anyway. Okay, so why doing so? Because I have a feeling that if I could reach this and stop some of the like emitters, it would definitely help. So I'm going to open this guy and see if maybe I can. Yes, they are going down due to this guy, the creeper. Yes, perfect. Going. Yes, you got it. We need to close red. Whew. Now this is turning. This is turning. This is turning. This is turning, but it's not just enough. Yeah, you got it. Needs to push. Alright, can you open this guy? That's 600. We are at 400 at this point. Things are going well. Gonna put a terp up there. Just needs a relay. And another relay somewhere. Like that. Now these relays are also going to give what the necessary for this guy. We have now the booster. Good stuff. It needs 60 energy to be filled. And I just want to push a little bit here before I empty, before I release this gate, this portal. I mean, it's confusing, gate, portal, blah blah. Let's open that. This worked well. 600, come on, you can do it. If you push, yes, perfect. Now we are pushing our turp down. The goopy will follow. And that should be it for this area, hopefully. Plus now we are pushing in this zone, and we're gonna be able to open those 3. Probably that will be enough. Do we have anything else we can do? We can open a few walls that were there and that were never opened, just to make things even. This one was not open yet. This one as well. Here we're into the blue zone. We don't really want to touch that yet. Can we do anything here? We can push hard on blue. I have a feeling that red is the next step, well, because of losing all of its... So let's see how this booster does. We are at 400. The booster pushes us at 2000. So the booster is a time 5. And this time 5 is gonna do some work for us, because we are right next to a red gate. This red gate might actually allow us to push real hard, because technically speaking the red is... Okay, the red gets to see some of those guys, but not directly. It's pretty far away. We might be able to conquer the red now. Okay, I think that's the way to go. So let's open up. Let's open up and pressurize red. Let's open here. There is blue on this side, however. But we are not very far from the end, so... Do I want to protect this? I don't know. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna open this guy. This one is already being pushed. This one is closed, I don't know why. This one is closed. Red is taking a toll. I'm gonna take this one off. I'm gonna close this one for now. I'm going to do another booster. There we go. We suppress. We continue. Suppressing those emitters. And I think it is time to do a flip. F1, F2. Come on, there you go. F1, F2, flipped. Red is completely taken. Yeah. Now it is the number 3 we are going to open. It's not yet ready, I will say. It's not yet ready, but it should be soon. It should be soon. As soon as those guys are turning, it will be fine. So, what I'm gonna do is open here and here. Now the blue here is doing a lot of bad work for us, so it is time to open our pink and close blue. Then again, maybe it's not even necessary to close blue, but I'm just doing it in case of. Let's open here. The 7. Do we want to open the 7 at this point? Yes. I think we do. Nothing is blocking us, so let's open the 7. It's a lot of creep, but that's gonna go. We open this area, meaning that we could go ahead. Okay, we need a terp or 2 in this area. I'm gonna put one here and one there. We also have this one available. Let's do it. Let's put a guppy. Do we have any available relay? That would be good. A few relay. No? What we can do, however, is boost that up. Okay, we are never gonna push this, but we could, however, do that and open the number 3. Now we are close to breaking the super creep emitter. Alright. Little relay here. Fast construction and fast provision. Not so many power zones to boost our terp, huh? Oh, this one is actually good. Okay. I can open this. No trouble. There we go. Up. Let's put another relay to keep things nice and shiny. Okay, and we are going to... What does that give? A 2 power on death. We are at 480 at this point, and we need to push hard on this guy. We are going to open white and yellow. That should be doable now. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is open. Number 3, number 7 are open. Ah. Now where are the others? Number 4, 5 and 6. I mean 5. We know that 5 is there. It's soon to be reached. I do not see number 4 and number 6. Looks like they have been replaced and forgotten by the map maker. Very likely. Let's open this one. Let's put some more pressure on blue. Maybe even free up a tower power, like one of the boosters. Yeah, we are putting some nice pressure on blue. Let's open this. And this now is going to flip soon. There we go. Now we have unblocked the stopper. The stopper could be potentially useful, but I have a feeling it's not an absolute necessity. Let's put a terp right next. Yeah, relay. Yeah, that's more useful than the rest. As soon as we pass that, what we want is to close off this area, not to get the negative bonus. And blue is being switched slowly but surely. All right. Now we are going to pass this guy. Open these guys. Let's bring down the walls. Not here, because we have 1,200 level of creep. That would be a pretty bad idea. Number 1 could be opened. Could number 1 be opened? What do we have here? It's a 100, yes. Number 1 can be open. It's a lot of creep, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna bring down green here. Let's finish opening those walls first. Yeah, we can see how the transfer of resources so much faster. There we go. Let's put our... I think the goopy is gonna be too far. Maybe here. Now they're working on green to go down. At this point in time we are at 520 level. I think that if we push one more time, we should be able to do some work. And I'm going to open that to pressurize blue even more. It's impossible to pass those besides using the stopper. Actually, funny enough, we are passing this zone first. We're gonna need some terps. We got one here. I'm gonna put another one here. This guy needs to come close, because I need to wall off the... there we go. We need to wall off those blue emitters. And once everything is done, and all the big boosted emitters will be put down, then at that point we will be fine to open. Okay, well, the map still starts looking a little bit more blue and a little bit less purple. That's usually a good sign. Let's boost it up. That's gonna go fast. Oh, scheiße. I didn't put that properly. I need to build that quick. Okay, this is going down. We are closing. Yeah. Alright. I can take this one, bring it down here. Doesn't really matter to stop this guy, to be honest. Almost. Oh, am I doing it? Yep, I'm actually doing it. So it already lost twice. That is not the best news, not having been able to ward off things properly. I will see how that goes. Now we have here the possibility to open, but that will be bad. Let's finish opening green up there. I think that's the next step. We need another terp right here. All of this is clean. I'm opening the walls. Anything that I see that is still not properly opened, all of this is cleaned. Here we do have one. Why am I doing that? Just to make sure that every emitter we have are producing for the circuit. Oh, here we do. So 790, 790, and 30 or 90 Oh, those are pretty big now. 4 spores. And they must be doing quite a bit of work, but that's too much creep for us to deal with right now. However, we could boost this guy. We could boost this guy and then open F1, F2. So I'm going to wait for it to arrive. Let's go. And then F1, F2 at the same time. To release the pressure and push as much as we can. Is it possible for us to pass it? Is it possible? Unclear. I mean, we did bring it down quite significantly. Yes. Yes. It passes. The amount of creep, of anti-creep generated here by the booster needs some time to diffuse. Meaning that even if immediately you don't seem to get the effect of pushing the creeper far enough, even if the bomb stops working, the pressure might continue for a few more seconds, because we have like a huge pile of creeper of anti-creep going. If you play Creeper World 4, you would see the visual I'm talking about, because it's more 3D. Creeper World 4. This one is definitely 2D, as you can see. We don't really have that vision of the big pile. It's only here on this metric that tells you just how much you have. I haven't played Creeper World 4, funny enough. Not yet. It's in my wish list on Steam, but I'm a little reluctant to get it and to start it, because I have a feeling that going 3D is not really an absolute necessity. Plus, funny enough, one of the aspects I like most about the game is that it's playing the puzzles, not playing the game itself. Because those puzzles they created are just so good. Like, just look at this puzzle, the logic behind it, the combination behind it was really well thought. The whole labyrinth thing, etc., just makes it confusing for you to look at. But there are some great minds behind it. There are some guys that are absolute genius making those puzzles for the community, and really, like, this is really cool. Really cool. We are reaching the end of the video. 1 hour and 30 minutes for this puzzle. It was not super short, but not extremely long either. A CSM puzzle is, from my experience, I'm not maybe the fastest, but from my experience, is around 2 hours. I've managed to gain some experience into it and go a bit faster. Maybe I suppose that a lot of players will be even better than I am. I'm not even pretending to be particularly good. It took me a while to understand all the ins and outs, because I did not create those maps. I'm just using, I'm not pretending. I didn't create those maps, so the way it works, the little tweaks that they did when creating the map, using those portals, that was no-brainer. But the way they use those blue emitter and this creep accumulation that just explodes, I know there is something like that in the game at some point in the game, but this usage is really interesting in those puzzles. The way they used and abused that mechanic, leaving a power zone under, which you can use to reach places, very specific places with your turps, to open some of those walls, to continue the puzzles. I've played puzzles where, I mean, you saw in this puzzle, we started in this area, and quickly we started opening a little bit of this area. And we ended up having to do this area to open up the green. And once we got the green, things started opening a little bit around, and opening yellow and green together gave us a lot of momentum. But before you reach that point, you struggle. Before you reach the point where you get enough anti-creep momentum to push on the higher levels, that's really hard. And we had actually quite a few little traps, which I avoided, thankfully. Otherwise I would have had to restart the map. But I loved the little surprise of having the spore opening up the first zone. It was a very nice introduction to the spore, and the spore actually did some work since it also turned this one after. So yeah, shout out to the map maker. That was very cute of him to do that. I really liked it. And yeah, overall pretty cool map. A pretty cool map. Now we are finally doing our last push. What we need to make sure is that those gets to be properly converted before anything stupid happens with the blue. So we are going to open all of this. We are going to join them with, there we go. Now we have the I'm going to do the last, not the last fire range actually, one of the last fire range. Ooh, those are still pretty high. Oh, because I still have a 1100 here. Come on, you can do it. Do I need to do a final push? Let's do a final push. And then it should be done. Let's go time 3. There we go. Push it up, push it up. And we're gonna flip it. And now we can use this guy to destroy the creep that was put here. So let's do it. Oh, I forgot to close this guy. Oh shit. Please tell me that's not gonna turn. Please tell me that's not gonna turn. Come on. No, that's fine. Okay. It's not strong enough to turn it. I don't think I can wall off this area before this activates. Yeah, it activated anyway. Doesn't matter at this point in time. Doesn't matter anymore. We are going to open this one. This one already activated because the wall was not large enough. I mean, high enough to stop us. And we are done. I hope you enjoyed. See you at the next one. Ciao.